Okay, who's ready? Part 3. We're going to make cheesy garlic biscuits with lobster in them. So, couple things right off the start. We're going to use Lupin Flour for this recipe. Now, if you're looking for something that swaps out 1 for 1 for coconut flour, Lupin Flour is it. When you're swapping out a coconut or Lupin Flour for your nut flours, you want to do a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you use 1 cup of almond flour, you would use 1/3 of a cup of Lupin Flour or coconut flour and add an extra egg due to moisture. So just my added tip of the day when we're swapping out different kinds of flours. So we're going to do just a basic mug bread biscuit recipe, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a couple different fun variations today. So instead of our normal 4 tablespoons of nut flour that we would use, we're going to start with a base of 1 tablespoon of the Lupin Flour. Let me open my bag very gently. I've been trying to be very careful with the bag until I can put it into a glass container. I'm not messy at all. That never happens around here. I don't know what you're talking about. Never happens. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of Lupin Flour, and then we're going to add something kind of cool. We're going to use some of our inner cheese bites, the same way that you would grind up pork rinds to use in this kind of a recipe. If you're carnivore, swap out the Lupin Flour for crushed up pork rinds, and you can have this recipe too. So we're going to use about a tablespoon's worth, and I'm going to show you guys my favorite sneak cheat. I like the thickness of the bag, so I just roll them out about as many as I need, put them at the top, and then roll them out inside of the bag, and that way I don't make a big mess. Because, again, I never make messes. So I just use my rolling pin to crush them, and I want about a tablespoon's worth. And then I've got the broken ones right at the top of my bag, if I can smooth style. Look at that. And then I've got my tablespoon of crushed ones right up at the top. There you go, just that easy. Super easy. Okay, then we're going to add our egg. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of any oil you like. Today I'm going to use the avocado oil. I just re-upped and got me a big old bottle, so we're celebrating at my house. Because I like olive oil, but avocado, oh, it tastes so much better. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Can be butter, can be bacon fat, can be anything that you want. Mix that in there. Then we're going to add some garlic. Can be fresh, can be jarred like I'm using. And garlic to taste, however much garlic you love. I'm only slightly addicted to the garlic. And then a little bit of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon, just to help it puff up. You can add a little bit of psyllium husk to this too if you want more of a fluffy bread and less of a dense biscuit style. Okay. Now also, because the Lupin Flour, like a coconut flour, expands more in the liquid, we're going to add a little bit of our lobster bisque base to this as well. If you're going to do it with a coconut flour, they're okay to swap that out. If you want to use an almond flour, I would add some extra nut flour to compensate for the extra liquid that we're going to add. Okay, so I'm going to scoop us out 1 tablespoon of our lobster bisque broth that we had earlier for our bisque, and mix that in there. And we're going to let this batter rest just for a minute while it absorbs the extra moisture. And while we do that, we're going to cut up some lobster to go in it. and I'm saving. I decided I need to make it all together as one meal. So this is our lobster bisque that we made together earlier, and now we're on to biscuits. So we're going to take our lobster meat and we're going to cut some off for our biscuits, some of the less pretty bits, and just rough chop it all up. Are you guys having a good Friday? I realized I probably shouldn't watch the videos in between, and I'm like, ooh, that sure looks rolly, Dory. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know. I just don't know. Although, I have to tell you a funny, my guy just texted me and said, could you send me a picture of the dog in the blue wig? Yeah, I can. All day long I can send you a picture for you to show the boys at work of our dog in a blue wig. That makes me giggle. All day long I could do that, yeah. Okay, so next step. We're going to add our lobster bits. We're going to add some cheddar cheese that I grated. Probably about 2 tablespoons worth. Maybe a little bit more. Save some for garnish. And we're going to mix it all up together. And I picked out 2 ramekins because I like to do it in separate as opposed to, but you could do it as one and then slice them more if you want. And, oh, we're going to have to add the extra cheese or put it on our, see, there you go, because this is the second ramekin. Smooth, Joey, smooth. And we want to give them a spray. I love this one. It's really nice. You get to fill it with your own oil instead of having to use all the chemically stuff. And it gives you a workout, like, whoa, until you feel resistance. It doesn't mist right. And then you mist. Oh, so smooth. But way better than the accelerants they use in there. So we're going to split this into 2. And we want to make sure we get some lobster in each of them. Oh, some nice bits of lobster. And this, if you don't have a microwave, then you can bake this in the oven. It's just going to take more than 90 seconds. It's going to take probably about 15 minutes maybe in the oven at, I'd say, somewhere between 250 and 325 depending on your oven. So these are our 2 biscuits. Into the microwave they go. "90 seconds. And then those will be all done and ready for us. Let's get a clean section on our plate. And then later I'll be able to put it all together for you guys in one fancy, what it would look like if you were going out and had your appetizer and your main course and your salad, and we can look at it all together. And I discovered I have 2 more lobsters in the freezer, so we can definitely have lobster fun again another time. So while that's finishing, I'm going to take away some of our junk. Because right after this, we're going to get together and we're going to make a yummy lobster salad. We're going to make homemade dressing for it. Then we're going to make a garlic butter, and I'm going to show you guys how to thicken it into more of a sauce so that when you're dipping your lobster into it, you're getting all of the fats. We're going to do a garlic one. We're going to do a lemon pepper, and I think I'm going to call it a non-traditional lobster salad. I don't really eat a lot of lettuce, so I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do for a fun lobster salad and homemade dressing, because homemade dressing, right? That's so yummy. So yummy. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds left. Yeah, that's how it counts when you just count it out loud. You're like 2, 1, 3. And then it's done. Oh, there we go. Okay, biscuits. Let me grab an oven mitt because Dory always burns herself. Burn yourself, Dory. Okay, 1 and 2. So let me hold this one this way. We're going to figure out how Dory's not going to burn herself this time. Oh, and I'm going to say let's maybe do Another 10 seconds. It's not quite as firm as I want it to be, so let's just pop them in for another couple seconds. But oh my goodness, they smell so garlicky and cheesy. I can't wait to slice one of these up for you. And when I was going to eat the soup, I thought, oh, I need the biscuits. I can't have the soup without the biscuit to dip in it. And then after, we could toast the biscuits, and you could use it leftover for your lunch. You could slice it, and you could put some of the lobster salad on the inside and take it as a to-go. Oh my goodness, to-go. How jealous would the people at the office be when they're like, oh, you and your like stupid like diet, and you're like, yeah, I'm eating lobster for lunch. What are you having, chicken nugget? Don't say that. That's kind of mean, but still funny. Still funny. Okay, let's pop one out. Let me grab a plate to pop it onto. I'm just going to grab a quick one, and then we'll do a quick plate after. Just so that we can flip it over. And pop out. Oh, look at how smooth we're going to pop out today, too. It's cheesy on the bottom, so the bottom cheese wants to stick right on there. Woo! Now, again, if you were to make these in the oven, you could brown them up, or you could do them in the microwave and then put a little cheese on them and brown them in the oven. But let's slice this one. So each of these is going to make 2 little biscuits, and all 4 is 1 serving of a mug bread. So you really could, guilt-free, eat all the slices if you wanted to. I mean, I can't because of my tummy, but you are totally allowed to, just saying. And again, remember, you can swap this out for ground up pork rinds if you want a carnivore version of this. I have a piece of lobster meat in the middle that wants to make it not split. So then you can just serve this with your garlic butter as your beginner dish. You could fry this in your frying pan with some extra garlic butter so that it was really nice and crispy as an appetizer, and then maybe serve it with a bruschetta. So you could have your toasted lobster biscuits with a nice fresh bruschetta, or your lobster salad that we're going to make next. So I'm going to sprinkle a little cheese on there so it melts while it's nice and hot. And then we are off to clean up for the last step, and we're going to make a fresh lobster salad. So let's take a peek at what we've had so far. We've got our biscuits and our lobster bisque, and next to come up, our salad to go with. So stay tuned, guys, and we're going to do part 4, Lobster Lovers Fun Flavor Friday, which is honestly one of my favorite days of the week. I won't lie, I like Taco Tuesday too, but I think mostly that's for the song. Taco Tuesday. I giggle every time I even just say Taco Tuesday. Oh, we got to decide what we're going to talk about this week too, by the way. Just a heads up on that. We have a brand new doctor we're meeting on Monday. Stay tuned. I'm going to post all about it. Lots of good stuff coming up this week. So, come back shortly, and let's make lobster salad to go with our biscuits and our bisque. And then I'm going to have the best eating day of my entire life. I think it's going to be an OMAD day, because biscuits and bisque and salad. What? See you guys soon.